February 14th, 2024, Valentine's Day. Just another day for Tiffany and I, for the most part. Woke up in the morning like we normally do. Some days I get to see her, sometimes I don't. Today I got a hug before I left the house. Didn't have time for coffee. Passing by the local coffee shop and there's a line around the building. Keep driving. Get all the way to work. Obviously fighting traffic because I'm late. And I walk in and go to the cooler, grab an energy drink. We're going through the motions. I don't know, I didn't make it very far, maybe a couple of hours, and just blah. Just blah. And my brother picked up on it. He at one point stopped me and he asked me what was wrong. And I said, nothing's really wrong, just, one of those days. And I kind of told him a little bit what was on my mind and what was going on. And we had a nice little discussion, kind of got it off my chest. And so, that was kind of it. Unfortunately, for the third day this week, I had to make a couple customer visits because of either mistakes or forgotten things or just whatever. 3 days in a row. Now, on one hand, I don't mind it because it gives me an excuse to go see my customers. And today, for example, I met one of our customers for the first time. I've been to his restaurant a couple of times and always missed him. I talk to him every week, whether it's receiving his order or him texting me because he needs something, or has a question about something. But I met him for the first time, right? That was great. And then I went to another customer and dropped off some strawberries because the first place we went didn't have any, and the second place we don't normally buy them from them. We don't even look for them. And when we came back the second time to get stuff for tomorrow, we saw them. We're like, oh shit. So I grabbed some strawberries and I delivered them today to one of our customers that had ordered them, but we weren't able to fulfill that order. And he was thrilled. He was like, oh my God, dude, that's so awesome. You saved me. Thank you so much. Because where they're located, there's really not any grocery stores nearby. So even like little things like that, he orders them from us just because it's convenience. So he was like, oh, you're a lifesaver, man. That's awesome. So got him the strawberries. And then I made my final stop at my favorite taco place and delivered some sesame seeds that they weren't in this morning when we delivered the first time. And I brought them some strawberries as well. And they were more than grateful and just, good relationship building. I love that sort of thing. I used to do that with my team when I worked at Cox, once a month buying pizza or some subs, donuts, obviously, bagels, cream cheese, that sort of thing. Just, just little morale boosts, right? Show them that you care. Something as simple as, some food, which is a write-off for the company anyway. So I met Tiffany up there and we had a cocktail and some chips and salsa and guacamole. And then we came home. I went to the grocery store because up until the time that I was at the last customer, we had no plans. Tiffany's very much not she doesn't like surprises. She doesn't like spur of the moment. She's very much of a planner. But the problem with that is that if she doesn't have the day in front of her planned out, she can't think about the next day. Like she can't skip a day, right? Or later in the day. Like when she doesn't know the way her day looks, I can't ask her about dinner. And so I, left last night. We went to bed, and when I tried to ask her about tonight, she just couldn't give me a straight answer, and she couldn't really tell me exactly. Like I know Tiffany. I know what she likes, what she doesn't like. She doesn't like to sit down and have a meal. She's not a meal person, right? She's kind of a grazer, if you will, picker. She picks off everyone's plate. She'll order herself a salad or that one little appetizer or something she wants, but really she just wants a little bit of everything. That's what she loves about happy hour so much is she can have a cocktail or a glass of wine and she can just have a little bit of everything. And that's her style, right? Whereas I love that, but I also love just a big fat platter. I want, a steak and a potato and some broccoli, maybe some shrimp and some pasta or some freaking stir fry with noodles, fried rice. I love to eat, and I like when it's something that I really, really love, give me the biggest portion possible. I love it. And so for the longest time with our relationship, that just worked out. The yin and the yang, I always talk about how we're so opposite. I'm good with just one good cocktail, maybe two, depending on the price and how much we're eating and what the day looks like. But I'm usually a one and done kind of guy, right? I go to a restaurant and I will order a $14 cocktail because I'm only having one. I'm not looking for, volume. I'm not looking for that happy hour Chardonnay or that, $4 American draft so I can have 4 of them. I'm good with just one well-crafted cocktail. And then give me the food, right? Give me the appetizers, give me the main course, give me the dessert, like all of it. Whereas Tiffany's kind of like, she'll have 2 or 3 glasses of wine, and then, she'll pick out like an appetizer. And she's good. She's happy. So, that's how it works out for us. So no dinner plans. But she kind of throws out to me, would you be down to grill a steak? I said, absolutely, always. And she likes the filet. She doesn't like fat. She's not a big fat person. So and again, she doesn't eat very much. So filet works out for her because they're usually like, 4 to 6 ounces. I got her a 4-ounce bacon wrapped steak, which of course she took the bacon off because she's not a big fan of bacon. And I got myself a nice ribeye, a little over a pound. I think it was 1.19 pounds, and it was delicious. Unfortunately, I overcooked mine a little bit. I don't know how I did that. Hers was a little overcooked too. Hers came out overcooked as well. Yeah, they just cooked way faster. It's so weird. I haven't after all this time, I have not figured out my charcoal ratio. Sometimes that stuff burns way hotter and things cook way faster. And then 2-3 weeks ago, I cooked something and it seemed like it took forever to cook. I was like, oh my God, it's so weird. I mean, I guess that's maybe charcoal. It's just inconsistent. But anyway, they just cooked really fast. They were delicious though. I perfectly seasoned them. They rested well. Hers was more tender. Mine was more flavorful, which a ribeye and a filet should be. But yeah, it was delicious. She had these little wet potato wedges, and I bought some broccoli, and we just roasted the broccoli with some seasoning, and it was fantastic. Nice little meal. She had a Chardonnay. I had some water. Again, not really in the mood for alcohol right now. That was kind of our evening. I came in here, put in some orders. I put all my orders in, got all my orders in, and then we hit the hot tub. And we just listened to some music. I found this new artist. I actually don't remember her name off the top of my head. I'll try to look it up tomorrow, and I'll talk about it in tomorrow's vlog. But this new artist I found on Instagram, and I listened to her singing and watched her videos on Instagram. So then I went to Apple Music and found her albums, and she's brilliant. I love it. It's kind of like I'm not even gonna try to tell you what the genre is. Like I said, I'll find the name of the artist and I will let you guys know. But anyway, listening to her, it was just super chill, relaxing. We caught up on, the day. Sierra and Jacob came over, and they are doing some Valentine's Day. They made their own dinner. And then they're putting some Legos together. Having a date night, Valentine's Day date night. He brought over a basket of goodies for her. She had a basket of goodies for him, so they exchanged their goodies. And the Legos were one of them. And now they're going to dip some strawberries into chocolate. Chocolate covered strawberries. That's a tongue twister that shouldn't have been. So that's my day. I showered and I'm ready for bed. But I wanted to sit down and record this. I really enjoyed. I've enjoyed the last 2 vlogs. I enjoyed this kind of live journaling. I've talked about this before, the movie Avatar. If you've seen the movie Avatar, he sits down when he's in his wheelchair after he's done with being the Avatar. He goes and he sits down at the computer and he does this log entry, right? He's recording his feelings, his thoughts and memories, and just trying to document everything. And I'm like, it's brilliant. And this is, like I talked about in yesterday's vlog, this is old school vlogging. This is how it started, right? It started with a webcam, then it was a Sony Handycam, and then it was I don't even know. Was that when I got the Samsung? No, the Samsung was after that. It was the handheld one, the Zacti. I don't remember who made it, but it was a Zacti. It was blue, iodized, and it had the camera was like an L. You have a hockey stick. Some of you guys remember that, the Zacti. I had that camera for a while, and then I had a Samsung, which was super vibrant. It was, the footage was super saturated. I thought it had just a really awesome look, kind of almost like this. It was an Instagram filter, 100% an Instagram filter before they were Instagram filters. It was fantastic. I think I owned a flip cam for a little bit, but the quality of the cameras just jumped up above it. But I think I had a flip cam for a little bit, and then that's when I got my first Canon point and shoot, and fell in love with Canon. And I pretty much owned a Canon ever since. I don't know why I just give you my history of my freaking vlog cameras, but anyway, it all started with a webcam at my computer, And then the Sony Handycam was the one I used the most for a long time. It had night vision, and it sat on a tripod. It had a flip out screen. It was like one of the first cameras, had a flip out screen so you could actually see what you were recording. I did iPhone videos for a long time. It was a white, maybe an iPhone 4S, whatever one that started doing, it did 720p video, right? HD back then, right? Whatever iPhone that was, that's the one that I started vlogging from. And I did a lot of one takes, very similar to this. I don't know if this is gonna be a one take or not, but I'm shooting as one take. I did a ton of one takes. That's all I shot for the longest time was just one takes. If I couldn't do it in one take, I deleted it and started over. I've talked about that too, like my rants. I would be so pissed off and I'd be like, we're gonna talk about this thing. And then I would mess up, so I'd start over. And then I'd say it again, we're gonna talk about this thing. And I'd get 2 minutes in and mess up, I start over. I'd be like, we're gonna talk about this thing. And then by the fourth time, I'd be like, well, I wanted to talk about this thing, but I've talked about it 3 or 4 times now, so I don't really feel like talking about it. Like, I would literally do that. That would be like, I'd have a vlog that was like 15 minutes, and then I'd shoot it again. It'd be 10 minutes, and then I'd shoot it again. It'd be like 7.5 minutes. I'm like, that's what I'm posting. So, like, before I was like really hardcore editing, I was self-editing by re-recording videos and making them shorter. It was just, I don't know, crazy. But anyway, my point is I'm really enjoying this. Like, it almost feels like I'm streaming, but I'm not talking to chat. I'm talking to you in the future because you're watching this tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And, we were talking about journaling with this book a couple days ago, and I've been posting just little snippets on my iPhone. Like, I finally found my little groove with the Journal iOS app, where I'm just kind of snapping a couple things. If I took any photos, I'll throw a photo in there because then it's just a log. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of like that. There is something like therapeutic, cathartic, sexy. I don't know why I said sexy last time, but there's something sexy about this. There's something about this, and I'll figure it out. I will. I've got it sitting here on my desk. I have 2 of them actually. The one that I've been writing in, and this one that I just pulled out recently to put my car in and invoke, but I haven't used it yet. But it's on my desk, and so I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, one day, I got in. Anyway, I'm rambling now because you guys you just make my day. You make my day. Every day I log in and I read the comments. If you watch my vlogs and you're not usually a comment person, please, I would really appreciate a comment from you. Just saying hi, just saying thank you, just saying what up, anything. I love seeing the comments, and now that I've actually cleared all the old comments, I went back 8 years worth of comments that I had never either replied to or liked because there were no likes back then. I liked or replied to every single one of them, cleared my queue. So now when I log into YouTube, I go to the comments, I only see new comments, and there are some times where I get so into them, I clear it out in the morning and I have none left till like the evening. It's like, oh, like I used to be able to just go in there and there'd be always comments. I'd be like, reply, like, and now I'm like, waiting for comments, which honestly just motivates me to post more content. More content I post, the more opportunities for people to leave comments. But I would love for you to leave a comment. I'm gonna post some photos tomorrow from today. I took a lot of photos. Also, I've been posting some stories on my Instagram, and that's really the only place there's stories. I wish YouTube still had stories. I was using stories a lot. I really enjoyed them. I like stories because they go away. So you can kind of post some like janky stuff because you're like, it'll go away in a day or two, But I've been posting more stories on Instagram. I'm going to post more stories on Instagram. I'm also just going to post more random like one take videos everywhere. Those are going to go everywhere because it's vertical videos everywhere, But TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, and of course here on YouTube. So I love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for a moment of your time. I do appreciate it. And let me know your thoughts on these style of videos. I didn't shoot any video today. I was in a kind of a bad mood, like I said this morning. And then as the day progressed, I was just kind of like, I'm not gonna vlog today. Not intentionally, but I was just kind of like, I'm okay with not vlog. When I realized I hadn't vlogged yet, I was kind of like, I'm okay with that. And even though I shopped and I grilled and we had steak dinner, I didn't feel like vlogging it. I was just kind of like, I'm okay with not vlogging it. But then I took my shower, and in the shower, I'm like, I had these thoughts, and I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of want to talk to him. I kind of want to talk to him. So here I am talking to you. So again, thanks a lot. Appreciate you. Have a great day.